let's just be honest. Let's just be real. The Twins lost today against the Braves. They almost made a comeback, but they did not. And it was really not a great game overall. Probably a good thing it wasn't on TV today. But guys, I'm here, Clemhawks, covering the Twins this season. If you are new to the channel, check out the other videos. I hope you guys do enjoy baseball. Obviously, the Twins, I make these videos. But leave a comment about what you thought about today's game or the other spring training games. And obviously, subscribe if you are new to the channel. So let's cover the Twins game today. Like I said, it was not on TV, but it's a Saturday. I got to obviously be home from work today. So I got to watch the game through the MLB.com. And man, it wasn't great. I was also watching the Marlins and Mets game with Justin Verlander pitching, so that was kind of exciting. But yeah, this game was not really pretty on either side of the ball. The Twins had a great eighth inning, almost a late rally, but they came up short. So let's just cover it. Louie Varland started today for the Twins, and it was not good. It was really not good. He gave up 5 runs in 2 innings, 6 hits, 2 home runs, did strike out 3, but that's an ugly, ugly line. His ERA now is 11.25 after today. I think this is his second start on the year. Everyone else did, I guess what you would say, fine. Woods Richardson gave up a run, Santana gave up a run, but that's fine. That's going to happen. But man, Louie Varland got shelled today. And it's spring training. Obviously, since the game wasn't on TV, we weren't able to see his pitches. We weren't able to see, what he was trying to work on. Maybe he was trying to spot up different locations, and they were just sitting on that, but at least he was hitting the location. Maybe he was just trying to throw, one certain pitch, right? Again, not trying to get guys out, but throw one certain pitch, maybe not in a location, but just try to understand how that pitch is going to work. Lots of different things to digest in spring training. I mean, even if you saw something going around on social media, I don't remember the player's name off the top of my head, but basically he said he's not going to swing at a pitch this spring training. He goes up there, stands in the box, and lets pitchers throw to him, and he's walked in 4 of his 8 at-bats or something like that. So if you're familiar with that, basically he's trying to track pitches, and from a pitching perspective, they might not be trying to get him out. They might be trying to locate pitches themselves. Now, maybe that's a cop-out entirely, but I'd like to say Louie Varland is going to be better than that. Hopefully, I do think that Louie Varland will be I would say like a Griffin Jax. I've mentioned this before. I don't know if he'll be a starter. They want him to be a starter. I just don't see it yet. But I think he could really be like a Griffin Jax who comes into the bullpen, shuts them down, kind of maybe a long reliever. I think the Twins could go that route. Lots to do with Varland, but he did not pitch well today. A couple of other guys, like I said, Woods Richardson through 2 innings did give up a run. Santana, maybe had a little bit of a better showing today than his first performance. He struck out all 3 guys in 3 outs that he got in his inning of work. Did give up 1 run, though. Moran had a clean inning, as well as McGill, who struck out all 3 of his guys. Did walk 1, but 3 strikeouts in 1 inning of work for McGill. He needed that. His ERA is still 23.14. I don't know exactly what it was before this. I probably said it in a video like 2 days ago, but it was high. So to get that down a little bit, again, ERA doesn't matter, but to see him getting strikeouts, to see him come in and close out the game, not give up a run, those are things that you want to look for. That's good. And Colome, he also threw 1 inning of work and did not give up a run. Did give up a hit, did strike out 1. So some of those guys looking good. Moran has not given up a run so far this year. Colome hasn't given up a run this year. 2 guys who will be on the Major League roster, so really, really good. And the Braves came out with their lineup today. I mean, they had, this is their top 5. Acuna, Olsen, Riley, Murphy, Albies. That is their top 5. That will probably be, in some order, shape, and fashion, their top 5 in the regular season. So they came out and really, put the feet to the fire for the Twins today. Again, I don't think Louie Varland starts, especially at the beginning of the season. Woods Richardson, probably another guy who will not be on the team right away, but like Moran, McGill, Colomé, all those guys, they will be, so at least they pitched well, and I think that's what you got to look at from that perspective. But from a Twins hitting perspective, this was a weird day. They didn't have anybody who was, again, really going to be the guy. They did have both catchers in today. Don't know the reasoning behind that, but Vasquez was leading things off as a DH, okay? Like, I actually think Joey Gallo could be a leadoff player for the Twins. I don't love it from my own personal, understanding of what I believe the Twins lineup should be, but I think that what the Twins have done in the past shows that Gallo could be a leadoff hitter for whatever reason again. They have Vasquez leading things off. He is my 8 or 9 hitter, if he even starts. I know they spent a lot of money on him. They went and picked him up this year. He's probably going to be the starter for most of the games. I'm not a huge Jeffers fan either, but Jeffers, I think, will be the catcher for the season. Both of those guys played today, and Vasquez leading things off. Julian played second base today. He batted second. Salas came in, so I'm really excited to see both of those guys. I just, again, don't think they'll have the opportunity for a while. Julian, another 0 for 3 day, did strike out twice as well. Had that 2 home run game a couple of games ago. I mean, again, I don't know exactly what he's working on. A little bit, tough to see after a 2 home run performance. I'd like him to continue that, but what can you really do? Jeffers, like I said, Matt Wallner, another hitless day. I'm not too worried about it. I would just like to see these guys start to move in the right direction, especially if these are the guys who are playing more, right? Like Buxton has not played yet. Correa's played maybe 1 or 2 games. Polanco, I don't think has played at all yet. And thank you to one of you guys in the comments who kind of laid out that structure for what they're doing in regards to how they're, easing these guys in. But I think that you got guys like Wallner and Julian who are getting a lot of playing time. I think Julian's played in almost every single game this year. They are needing to get more at-bats, obviously for experience purposes, but I don't know. I want them to do well, is I guess what I'm saying, so we'll just keep an eye on them. That's kind of all the guys I really want to cover. Like, same thing with White. What's his name? Tyler White, 32 years old. He's a first baseman. I don't know who he is, to be honest, how they got him, but the Twins have used him in, again, almost every spring training game. So it's quite interesting. I would say that I don't understand how they're using him. Oh, Brooks Lee also did not get a hit today either. Another guy who's been playing a lot lately. But I do want to cover the 8th inning because they did score 5 runs. So let's end this on a high note. I like how MLB.com has changed their setup, by the way, and I don't know if this is just because the game literally just ended as I'm recording this video, probably 5 minutes ago or whatever, but the summary is now on the left side and the box score is on the right side. I like that so much more. But let's get into the top of the 8th inning. The Twins were down, I think 7-0 at this point. And the Twins in the 8th inning, Joe Harvey came in for the Braves, and he hit the first guy he threw to, which was Anthony Prado. Prado advanced to second on a wild pitch. Jose Salas singled him in. Again, that's exciting. I like Salas. I liked him when he was with the Marlins. So to have him come over, he's really young. He's like a 19-year-old, like the youngest guy in the top 20 or so for the Twins prospects. Got him on the board, which is cool. These guys, I don't know how to pronounce their names. I'll be straight up because I've never heard of these guys before. I don't know how spring training works. These spring training invites, who gets it and whatnot. But you'll have to let me know maybe in the comments below. Anyway, Chance Cisco walked. So Salas was on base and Cisco was on base. They pulled Joe Harvey, so he had a tough little at bat. Severino grounds out. So there is 1 out, but both of the guys advanced. So now you have 2 runners in scoring position, and Yonier Fajardo, I think that's how you would say his name, single, 2 runs, or 1 run score. Sorry, that was Salas. Cisco to third. Chris Williams doubled. Cool. Don't know exactly who that is, but that put both of those guys in, Cisco and Fajardo. So now it is 7-4. A couple of more outs, and then Jake Jake Rucker, singles, and Chris Williams scored. So that made it 7-5. But again, they couldn't complete the comeback. But positive results from guys who, are just getting an opportunity, right? Like, even in the top 30 prospects that we went to, I don't think I listed many of those guys who I just named in that 8th inning. So good for them to get the opportunity to play in a spring training game and get some runs, get some momentum for themselves, whether they play in minor league baseball or get cut and have to go somewhere else. But cool, like, good for them. And that's what you have to just tip your cap and say nice job. But they got out hit. The Twins got out hit. They got outscored. It's a tough loss, but maybe they'll come back tomorrow. Obviously, again, they weren't on TV today. So they come back tomorrow. I'm going to hopefully try to live stream that game for a little while, the first 3 innings or so. So if you are interested in that, come back tomorrow. But other than that, I hope you guys did have a great time early this Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow for another video. Peace out.